Housing prices has increased since the pandemic, but one thing that has not increased is the salaries at your job and why you can't afford the home that you would like. In this video, we'll go over the different levels of income to see what you can actually afford. So make sure you watch it to the end of this video as I got 3 different strategies to increase your buying power. Now, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button below so you can continue to get notified of upcoming videos just like this. So let's get right into it. So now we in it. Why you cannot afford a home that you want. And the reason is a lot of people is their salary. When COVID hit, 2 years after, home prices skyrocketed over $100,000, but nobody pockets increased over $100,000, $50,000, $30,000, $20,000 at their current job that they're probably still at right now. And that has caused the issue of people affording a home that they actually really want or the area that they desire. So that's what's one of the reasons of why people cannot afford the home that they want is a lot of reasons is because of the salary. Not really so much like, yeah, people did get laid off and stuff like that, but no increase in payment and how you get paid has been one of the issues. So let's pull this up real quick. Let's go to Realtor.com. So I have Realtor.com pulled up right here. This article states, a reality check for American dreamers. Who can afford a home right now? So let me highlight this, the part that I want to talk about. Home ownership has long been a cornerstone of the American dream, but the prices and the mortgage rates are high. First-time home buyers are struggling to achieve it. Also, homeowners are realizing that they can't afford to move. All of this begs the question, can the middle class still achieve the American dream, or is this dream now reserved for those in a higher tax bracket? Now, what does that mean? It means like what I said when I started off this video. The issue is a lot of people's income did not increase when the market drastically increased. Like I seen it. What you're gonna get from me though is real life experience because I've been a realtor over almost 8 years, and I lived it and I seen it. I have seen it personally, and I see it in people that's been trying to buy a home or even try to get up to get a newer home. The problem is income. Problem is income that I have been seeing. It's so hard for a family to purchase a home that was only making $60,000 to $80,000 to buy a home that currently right now in the market. Because what happened when COVID hit in 2020 to 2022, I'm gonna say 2 years, property values increased over $100,000. And mind you, our rates have increased too as well. So you have high price point homes and you also got high rates. So them are 2 issues there already itself, because with the higher price homes and the higher rates, now you have a higher monthly payment, which causes an issue for you to purchase a home. So going back to this, first time home buyers are struggling to achieve it. And also people already currently own a home, because people that own a home bought a home pre-COVID, pre-pandemic, sorry, pre-pandemic, and they bought a home with a lower price point and also a lower rate. But now the rates are higher and homes are higher, and they're probably making the same amount of money that they was making back then now. They may got a little increase, but not an increase to how the market has jumped up. So let's go into this next one with CBS News to go more in depth on this. So CBS News, let's scroll down in here. It says, here's how much money you need to make to afford a home. Now, I'm gonna go over this little section right here. As we can see, now Americans must earn roughly $106,000 in order to comfortably afford a typical home. A significant increase from basically, I'm saying $60,000 annual household income that put people in homes in 2020. And I just mentioned this a second ago, you guys. This is right here is tough. You went from $60,000 household in 2020 to now you need to make $106,000 to buy a home comfortably in an area that you desire to live in. That's a huge jump. You're looking at almost, that's $50,000 some dollar difference in income level in basically 4 years. It's 2024 in 4 years. What job is you're jumping up at the same job if you haven't moved up or if you didn't go to school to get a degree for that job or whatnot? It's going to give you a $50,000 to $60,000 jump up to purchase a home for you and your family. I don't need Zillow to confirm this information right here because I know the information. I've seen it. I see I know what people's income levels are at because I asked that to qualify for a home. And it's been very tough because people that make $60,000 right now, it's very hard. I would say it's non-existent here in the Central Florida to buy a home at $60,000 because the problem with $60,000, majority of people still have monthly debt. They still have monthly debt, what causes the issue to purchase a home. So $106,000 they're saying comfortable. Now that's not my number that I think. I think it's a little higher, but we'll go into it later. My number's a little bit higher of what I think is a comfortable number right now. I'm gonna say in Orlando, Florida area, to live comfortable, to travel, to save money, do stuff with your kids or your significant other is a little bit higher than that, just because of the gas prices, the groceries, just going to hotels, car, all them different things like that has drastically increased. So what I'm about to go to next is the next slide here is I'm going to go into the median annual salaries by age group, and I find this very interesting. And I think I have daughters, and I always talk about this a lot. When you get out of high school, finding something that's going to generate you six figures, as we just seen just a second ago, six figures. Six figures is going to be the key thing now. It's not back in the day like it used to be $50,000. We love $50,000. We thought you was like doing your thing at 50,000. The new 50,000 is around $100,000 or more. So we're gonna go over these different levels here real quick. So the first one is from 20 to 29 years old. The median annual salary is $45,000. $45,000 for 20 to 29. The next group I got is from 30 to 39 years old is $59,000. The next group, 40 to 49,000. Well, I'm tripping with these 49,000s. My bad. 49 years old, $63,000. And 50 to 59 years old, you're looking at $63,000. Now, that's crazy to see, and we just talked about it earlier. If I just said in 2020 I could help people out at $60,000, 2020, and now we're in 2024 and it says 104. What do you see any median price here? Do you see anything that's median right here that says anything close to six figures? This is the median, the middle. Nothing is even close to. Nothing's even close to $100,000. None of this is. You would need two people. All these to get to the $100,000. Two people to purchase a home. Two, not one. It makes it very difficult to purchase a home at one person, not including any debt that you do have. It makes it very hard. So let's go to this next slide real quick. Some median price homes in the U.S. So to afford a median price home of $402,000, Americans need an annual income of $110,000, 46% up since 2020. And I just went over that. You was at $59,000, and the last one that I showed, I believe was CBS. CBS said 106. It's stating right here $110,000 that you need to make to afford a $400,000 home. 110. Big difference now, because the issues that we're seeing are the issues we're seeing is the monthly payments and price. The median of that is high, is in the 2000s. It's not back in the day when it was like 1,700. You can get a house for 1,200, 1,300. You're not seeing any of that right now. You're seeing higher median mortgages in the 2000s. So as you can see, it's a 46% jump up from 2020. Like I said, jobs are not. I have not seen any job that you've been at for a while and be like, hey, Mr. Wright, let me bring you in. We know the market is all good right now. We just want to give you a $50,000 raise, to help you out with you and your family. Ain't nobody doing that. Nobody's doing that. They ain't not even give you $5,000 or $10,000. What's happening is there are a lot of companies are downsizing because they're getting hit too in the head because stuff on their business have skyrocketed too as well. So not just us consumers are struggling, businesses are struggling too as well because of the inflated prices that's been happening. Car prices have went up drastically. The average car notes between $600 to $800, and I'm not talking about no high end car. It can be a basic car, and you're paying between $600 to $800 a month on a car. Houses are high. You're looking at $300,000 $400,000 compared to I was helping people buy homes at 100 to 200, buying a nice home, brand new home. And it is hard to even do that, especially here in Orlando area, because it's pushing out a lot of people to be on the outskirts or whatnot. And I've got another video got coming on here too as well, talking about the income level, the job market here in Central Florida. Does it make sense for how expensive has got? So let's go into Business Insider right here. It's going to confirm what I'm talking about for the monthly. So with Business Insider, the average mortgage payment by state, city, and year. So right here, it states right here, the average mortgage payment is $2,800 on a 30-year fixed mortgage. And right here it states in 2022, 2 years ago, it was $1,700. You're looking at $1,000 jump up. $1,000 jump up. $2,800. That's a chunk of change right there. Now, to put that in perspective, you're looking at a $400,000 or less home. Probably like 380, 370, something like that. It just depends on a lot of factors like taxes, your HOA, your mortgage insurance, them all factors that goes into that $2,800. But the median is about $2,800, and I see it. $2,800 now because that rate is hovering like between I'll say 6.7 to 7%. It just really depends on where your credit score is. But as I said, Business Insider is confirming what I said earlier, that the mortgage payments are extremely high. The median is $2,800. And like I said earlier, if you've been stuck at $60,000 from 4 years, no raise, no increase, and usually when you do get an increase, it'd be like $1,000, probably $2,000-$3,000 extra a month, a year. So you go to $63,000. That doesn't help out for this $2,800 a month payment compared to $1,700 a month payment. We're not even talking about the new bills that you may accrue during this whole time. Now let's go into the calculator. Now this calculator, why I like this calculator is because it's going to show you basically what you can afford at where your salary is or where your annual income, household income is. So annual household income basically is, it could be you, your significant other, your husband, your wife, your parents, or whatever. That's annual household income, meaning as you're going to put one person on a loan, two people on a loan. That's what that means. So, and also I have monthly debt here. The median monthly debt is around $1,500 something. So I'm gonna put between $1,500 and $1,600. So I'm gonna put $1,550 on that area there. Now, monthly debt is like car loans, personal loans, furniture bill, credit cards. Them are all the debt that goes into your monthly debt that the lender looks at. Not no utility bills, not no cell phone bill, that daycare, none of that is equal into that. Also child support. Child support also on there too as well. That goes towards your monthly debt. But we're gonna do around $1,550 on that. And also down here, this advanced option, I got this at 6.7 already, and just put that as the average for right now, that so we can get some close to the numbers. So let's start off. So the 4 we're gonna go over. One is 65K. So let's do 65K here. 65K. 65,000. And remember I told you 1,500, 1,550 for that. Now you may be more, you may be less. So down payment for 65K, we're gonna do $7,000. Because normally when you buy a home, majority of people do FHA and it's 3.5% down. So I have to adjust this because it says 4.6%. So we're gonna put it to other way around, going down. So at 3.7, let's keep it at 3.6. It's off just by a little bit, just a tad. But you're looking at $65,000, putting down $7,000. you're looking at $192,000 at 65K. So you tell me at 65K, can you go on Zillow right now and find something at that price point? You tell me. Yeah, you tell me if you can find something 192,000 in the area that you like to live, especially here in Central Florida. You tell me you can find something around here, 192, and make it $65,000. Mind you, the prices went up since 2020, and your job ain't give you no extra money at all to afford nothing that costs more, for something that you really want for you and your family. You like $192,000. So let's go to 85,000. So now we're at 85K, and I got to change this to $8,000 down. I'm gonna put 3.5% here. So we're at 85K. We went up $20,000, $20,000 in income. 20. Now we're at 228. Mind you, I still kept the debt at 1,500. Yours may be less, maybe more, but I just did at the median nationwide where most people debts at, that calculates towards purchasing a home. It was around, I put 1,550. Yeah, $228,000. Your monthly payment would be estimated around $1,600 a month, and you're looking at down payment 3.5%. $228,000. Go on Realtor.com, Zillow, Trulia, any one of them sites. You tell me what you can find for that at that price. You go tell your boss, this is what I make and this is what I can afford. I need a raise. I need something. Or you may have to do something. And I'm just saying. So at $85,000, you're looking at $228,000 to purchase a home. This is just estimates here now. Because like I said, there's a lot of things taking account of factor to this. But this is just an overview. You kind of see where you at. Now, we'll go to the six-figure numbers. Let's go to six-figure numbers. Let's go to 110. Now we're in the six figures. Missing a zero. Get one more zero. All right. Got to change the down payment here to $13,000. And put it to, let's do 3.5% down. Now we're looking better. We're in the six figures. Looking much better. Much better. We're at $367,000. Now we're looking much better right here, because now we're looking at homes that you can possibly get into in the areas that you would like to live in. Now, it's not going to be no huge house, like 2,500 square feet, 2,200 square feet, 3,000 square feet. You might not find anything like that in the Central Florida area. You may find it in different areas or different areas or a different state or something like that. I'm not saying you can't, but I'm pretty sure you can. But here in Central Florida, that's more like a 3-bedroom, a 3-2, probably 13, 14, 1,500 square feet. You probably can get a little bit more square footage. It just depends on the area or how far out you want to live from the Orlando, the inner city. So all them, you got to think about all them options there as well when you at 367, what areas you desire to live in, because you might not be in a situation that you only want to drive 30 minutes to work. You may have to drive an hour or 40 or 50 minutes to work to get in that kind of price point. It might not be bad. Maybe it might be in a great neighborhood, great area for your kids, A schools, B schools, or something like that. So 367, looking much better. We're at six figures. Remember I said earlier when we read about the estimate was basically $106,000 to get something that's comfortable. Look, it's right there, 110, looking at 367. I think that's kind of comfortable. They got some homes in 360. You get a brand new home around that price. Might not be no 4-bedroom, but it probably can. This depends on the area, guys. Area and location. Always remember that. So the last one, my favorite number that I like, and I think is a good number, because I think you'll be able to take care of your family, go on vacations, everything around this number here, and that's $140,000. So at $140,000, and remember I got to go back and change this to one more time, 15K, putting down. Let's do 3.5%. Now we're talking. $434,000 when you're at 140. That's either one income person or two in a family, husband, wife, significant others, whatever the situation is. And your household income $140K, you're looking at a $434,000 home. Now you have A lot of options. You have options now, you guys. We have options here. It's great to have options, but the options come with you getting on the grind, figuring out how you can make more money, how you can bring more money into the household. How can you do that if you did not get a raise after 2020? What do you need to do? But right here it shows 140,000 or even 110. When you're in the six figures, you're more comfortable of finding homes that you like to be in or area. Now, keep in mind, when you make more money doesn't necessarily mean you need to go out and create more debt, because the more debt you create, the less less that number, that 400,000, goes down. It doesn't go up, it goes down. It goes down, you guys. So keep that in mind. Six figures is the lucky number. I tell my daughters all the time, once you graduate high school, when you go to college or anything, look for degrees that you're going to like, that's going to allow you to make six figures, because six figures is the new 50,000, 50, $40,000 was many moons ago, many years ago. People were happy with making $20 an hour back in the day. Now we need to be making $30, $40 an hour, and also have side hustles to survive and take care of our family and do the things we want to do, because everything's expensive. Everything. So let's go into my next section with David Ramsey and talking about 3 options to increase your buying power. So let's scroll down right here, because this is for people that's having a hard, well, anybody really, that's trying to purchase a home. It goes for anybody. So option one, paying off your debt. Paying off your debt will help you out a lot, because that goes to your debt to income ratio. It allows you, when you pay off your debt, allows you to bump that 434 we talked about earlier. It can go higher because your monthly debt is decreased, because either you're paying off your credit cards or personal loans or furniture bill. You pay them things off, or if you got something in collections, you pay them things off. It increases your buying power. That's option number 1. Option number 2 is relocation. Relocate. There's a lot of opportunities for you to move to different states, different cities, different areas or whatnot that will allow you to make more money at your job. Or you may transition, relocate, and find another job that pays you more money. So think about that. Relocating is not a bad thing sometimes, especially it's gonna better your family. And that's option number 2. Option number 3, increase your income. How do you increase your income, you guys? Number one, the first one right here that I like is getting a side hustle. Getting a side hustle. I think everybody nowadays has a side hustle, but keep in mind, a side hustle doesn't always guarantee you to have a higher pre-approval, because lenders want to see your side hustle be calculated. You got to be taxable. You have to show 2 years that you've been working at that side hustle for 2 years to add that in with your income. 2 years, majority of the time, 2 years. And the second one is increase your hours of working overtime. This counts too as well. Even though them two are good, but you have to be doing it for a while. You can't do it 1, 2 months to 3 months and think that the lender's gonna count that overtime and them hours for you. That's not gonna happen. You have to be doing that for a while, a year or so they can calculate that and know that, oh, well, Mr. John Doe, you've been doing this for a while. I can add this income to give you a higher pre-approval. That's number 2. The next one is finding a new job. Changing your mindset, changing your environment, changing of what you need to do to get that higher paying job or that hustle. Finding a new job. Is it going back to school, or is that getting a trade? What does that look like for you to get the home that you want or anything? A lot of people need to think about this. A lot of people get complacent of where they at, or can get complacent of what they're making. Thinking about a different career change, or think about something to better yourself, to take care of you and your family. So them are the 3 options right there, you guys, that I wanted to go over from David Ramsey, because I feel like all 3 of them are crucial to know, because a lot of people out here are struggling. A lot of people don't really understand why they can't afford a home. A lot of people don't understand that when 2020 hit, the pandemic, and then 2 years later, home prices jumped up over $100,000, and nobody paid jumped up over $100,000, 50,000, or anything. It made it very hard for us to manage our life and also elevate and show our kids that we're elevating in life, because it's so hard out here. So that you got to change your mindset of where you want to be and where you want to go. So, we're going to recap real quick of we went over the median price point, median salaries of the four age groups from the 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s. And I found that all of them are kind of accurate from what I've been seeing with my eyes, with the people that has been coming in. And also if you go to Indeed, you can kind of see that too as well. So what do you do to change that? The second one we went over was basically I pinpoint four price points: 65K, 85K, 110K, 140K. What does that look like for affordability of buying a home on Redfin calculator? Using 6.7 interest rate and a median of price debt of 1,500. What does that look like for you? I have it there for you, your reference to go back. And also, if you know anybody that this video would be great for, please share it to them, because I don't want anybody to miss out on this information and get some understanding and knowledge of what they need to do or what it looks like in this particular situation, where we're at in the world with this crazy market. And the last one I talked about was Ramsey, the 3 options to increase your buying power. Let's change your mindset. Figure out how to increase your income. Do you need to relocate? And let's pay off some of that debt. Paying off debt is a good thing regardless if you're trying to buy a house or not buy a house. Paying off your debt, man. Nobody want to have debt all the time. You got to think about all these extra bills or whatnot. But I'm not going to run your heads off, you guys. I hope you guys like this video, because I like this video. I love the part that I had to research and figure out more information to help you guys out and keep this video always on repeat for you, so you can always go back and reference of what you need to do to increase your income and your buying power to buy a house that you deserve for all the hard work that you have did. So hit that like, subscribe button below so you continue to get notified, and share it to your families. And I see you guys on the next video, because they call me Mr.WrightChoice because I'm majority right, majority all the time. I'm just playing, but Mr. Right Choice is out. Peace.